All right, now we're rolling. Good morning, fam. This is the part 2 of our BGC special. If you're wondering how affluent the people here are, look at Tony Stark. He even found himself here. This is an Audi exotic car here. Anyways, we're gonna try and hide the plates because we want to retain the anonymity and privacy of whoever owns that car. Dito tayo, Cho. Saan tayo? Alright, we're gonna be walking around BGC now. During this time of the day or morning, the people that you see walking around here, chilling in the parking lot, you know, they are usually call center agents. What was I gonna say? Yeah, we're looking for some place where we can eat, find a drink maybe. Definitely not eat because I'm still full from that Paris. But now we're gonna be exploring on foot already. Oh, by the way, they even have a bike rental here. We're not sure if it's actually rental or a company issued bike. Yeah, most people that are walking around at night like this, it's their break from their work. So you see this high-rise building, a lot of them, their call center. So if you want to book the fanciest hotel possible, you can find them here in BGC. And it looks like this building behind me is a hotel, but I'm not sure because it looks dark inside. They only have ambient lighting. What is this? Doesn't look like a hotel to me. Leadership in energy and environmental design. So yeah, not a hotel, sorry. But there's a Grand Hyatt here. It's fancy. Oh, jeez. My head is really spinning. This freaking jet lag is not really wearing off that easy. It's here to stay. And it's been 3 days since I landed. All right. We're gonna find a place where we can get something to drink, but also just enjoy the beautiful, somewhat peaceful time of the day here in BGC. You know, here in BGC you will find open spaces like this right here, where if you wanna, you know, just have a picnic in the city, you can if you want to. Alright, there's a loud music playing in the background. I don't want to get copyrighted, so I'm going to turn off the camera for now. One thing that I easily notice here while walking around this beautiful city in BGC is doesn't smell like weed or doesn't smell like piss. You know, it's funny because when I visited big cities in the US, LA, Seattle, I used to live in Seattle, it either smells like piss or smells like weed. Sure, there are some places here in the Philippines that smells like imbornal or smells like drainage, but never will you ever experience any Manila street. Maybe that's an over exaggeration, but at least fancy cities like this, you will never smell anything that smells like weed. Okay, because it's illegal. Matutokhan ka. Huwag subukan. Huwag mong subukan. So you will never smell any weed here in this city, BGC. And I don't think I've ever smelled weed anywhere anyways. Even when I was walking in the slums of Manila, I have not ever smelled weed. And sure, I smell piss before in the slums of Manila, but you can never smell anything like what you usually smell in big cities in the US. It smells like weed. Here it's fresh air and good vibes. The only thing is it's so humid here. Even though it's at night like this, I'm sweating a little bit because it's humid. Holy cow. Here, let me switch the camera. like I told you earlier, it's an HSBC, but up there is an ING. It's a foreign bank as well. The other one right there is a Dutch bank, Dutch bank, however you pronounce it. Jeez. Like I said, either they have a, what you call that, a retail operation, but I don't think they have a retail operation here, but it's mainly the call centers. Now I could be mistaken, but most likely they are call centers. Oh, there you go, they have a McDonald's here. Probably we can get something to drink. Alright, we're chilling here today at the McDonald's here in BGC. You may ask why. Well, that is because of the fact that we want to drink. And we're taking a break from our walking, but behind me is the backdrop of a street here in BGC. I don't know what the name of the street is. I'm a little bit lazy to walk at the corner street over there and look at what street that is. But anyways, long story short, we're taking a break here. Usually looking for a place to a bathroom, basically. But that's only downside here in the Philippines. No matter how fancy a place gets, public restrooms are just awful. Now, I was tempted to actually get a video and take a video of it, but it's such in a horrendous state that you will just be grossed out by it. Long story short, if you are planning to go to BGC and if you're not staying at one of the fancy hotels here, be sure to not drink too much, because you're gonna end up needing to use a bathroom. And public restrooms here are just awful. That's what I'm gonna say. Or if you eat a lot, good luck. There's usually no toilet papers in the public bathrooms here. There's also no bidet. My goodness, the toilet seat is not even on there. So when you're using the bathroom, you just have to kind of sit on. Well, you have to plant your feet on the actual bowl, the toilet bowl, because the seat is gone. Nothing. It's not a thing here to have a toilet seat. So that's one thing to take into consideration. All right, I'm gonna chill here for a few minutes. My goal really is to wear off this jet lag. So I don't know if a Coke will work. By the way, one thing I noticed here. Here, let me switch the camera. So they don't use straw anymore, but also the Coke here tastes different. Really tastes different. Tastes a lot better. I mean, how do I know that? Because when I'm in the US, I buy lots of canned Coke. Not cocaine, but Coca-Cola. Okay, I drink a lot of Coke over there. So when I first tried the Coke here, at least from the fountain here at McDonald's, it tastes different. It really does taste different. Is it better? Heck yeah. All right, now I'm gonna enjoy this delicious cup of Coke. By the way, is this a large bottle? So here, this is a large Coke. Okay, this is a large Coke. It's funny because in the States, this is just probably what, medium. The large is like, we're gonna give you a diabetes if you actually finish it. For comparison, here, let me pull up my phone. Alright, for comparison, this one is an S20 Samsung phone. That one is the actual Coke. Okay, they call it large, but it's funny because it's not really even, I don't even think it's a medium. Maybe it's just small over there in the States. I know that when you go to Jack in the Box, they give you an extra large, and they're thinking of trying to give you diabetes. But anyways, isn't that interesting? All right, we're gonna just chillax here for a little bit and later walk around again. Fam, earlier I said that this place is well secured. Look at this. This is a McDonald's, right? That guy right there is a BGC security. So he is employed by BGC itself, the city. It's private security. He's got a handgun. And this guy right here, behind my brother, is a security personnel hired by McDonald's. So security is a big thing here, and we don't really frown upon them. We feel safe even having them here. the guy where I'm pointing this camera to has a handgun, probably a pistol. Now he's not asleep, he's just chilling, right? I just thought I'd let you know that. Earlier I mentioned that Coke here tastes different and tastes better, but I did not mention why it tastes better. Well, I don't really know the full extent, but one thing I noticed is if you're an avid drinker of Coke in the States, you probably noticed a bitter aftertaste. I don't know if it's just me, but I'm sure it's not just me. If you're an avid drinker of Coke in the States, it's a bitter aftertaste. Here, there's none. Let me switch my camera around. There you go. Yeah, there's no bitter aftertaste, just taste of goodness. That's it. So BGC is one of the only few places, if not the only place, where people actually observe traffic. Most of the time, traffic rules here in the Philippines are just mere suggestions, but at least here in BGC, it's really implemented. Okay, it's people. People follow traffic signs and traffic rules for the most part. Actually, I stand corrected. It's not for the most part. It's almost every time. Okay, so I love that part. So there's even.
Mahihiya ka na lang eh.
Well, let's see. Are we gonna cross or what? Oh, nope. We're gonna go straight. But yeah, most places here in the Philippines, they don't follow traffic rules. It's more fun in the Philippines. Okay, we're trying to go to Grand Hyatt. Gonna show you. We might not be able to get in because obviously we're not staying there, but I know some of you folks would love to see this place, would love to see if there's a fancy place you can stay at when you come visit the Philippines. You want to shield yourself as much as possible from the culture shock that you will experience if you stay at a budget hotel in an awkward place. So I'm gonna show you that they have a fancy building. You may not see it properly or very clearly because it's a little dark, but yeah. All right, let me switch my camera around. Again, I had a video. If you haven't watched it yet, you can go back, but I featured this SNR membership shopping. It's like Costco here. Funny enough, they even have Costco brands too. Like if you shop at Costco in the US, they carry some brands here, like lemonade drinks and frozen food, that sort of stuff. It's good to walk off some of that jet lag, I tell ya. Traveling is fun until jet lag kicks in. You'll be wondering, who in the right mind would be walking at 2 or 3 a.m. in a city like this? Yeah, people, that's something wrong with themselves. Because most of the people that are walking around here, they're not here for fun. They're here working. Like I said, there's a lot of call center agents here because there's a lot of BPOs or call centers here. So that's why they're here. They're working. Me, just trying to wear off the jet lag. Jeez, I really gotta do something about this jet lag because it's been 3 days and I don't want to be sick the whole time I'm out vacationing. So I gotta wear off this jet lag and I gotta do what I have to do. Funny enough, even BGC, this urban, highly dense urban city, they even have farm here, or at least a garden. I don't know if you can see it clearly, but yeah, geez, they really are trying to integrate urban nature and gardening, so that's fun. My camera is about to go out, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off until we get to the Hyatt. See you when we get there. Speaking of 24-hour food place, it's not just street food that's available here 24 hours. We also have proper fast food like this one, Kanto Freestyle Breakfast. There's even pizza place here too, open 24 hours and open 24 hours Pan de Manila. And you know, this is one thing I really miss when I'm in the States, because sometimes you get hungry in the middle of the night. I guess that's where the midnight snack comes from. If you watched our video earlier, we went to a street food place. We ate pares, and you may be thinking, well, you may have a 24-hour food place, but they're just street food. No, they're not just street food, because like what I showed you earlier, they have an actual 24-hour food place here that you can go to, right? So you're not gonna get hungry. That's one thing I love about the Philippines. There's 24-hour diners and food places. But obviously I'm not gonna try and eat there, because if you missed it, you go watch our previous video. We ate a hearty amount of pares. Okay, so check that out. It smells really good. The Pan de Manila is a bakery. They're baking something. I don't know if we can get some bread to eat, but I don't think I have any space in my freaking stomach right now, because I shouldn't have ordered extra rice at that Paris place. It's so filling, I tell you. All right, next. Speaking of security here, fam, they actually are doubling down on their safety measures and security measures. They have 2 cameras here, and then the big black one, you know, if you can see that, that's motion. That looks to me like motion. There you go. It detects motion, and it follows that motion that it's being detected. So ain't that fun, huh? This is a first class city, at least based on my standards. Fun. Guys, Grand Hyatt Manila. If you want to stay at a fancy place, you want to blunt the effect of culture shock in the Philippines, if you're not used to backpacking and traveling alone, this is where you check in. Now obviously I can't get in, but this thing goes all the way up there. I can't obviously get in because I'm not staying here, but as you can see, it's almost like full glass building, but obviously you can see the marble pillars there, so you can already tell how fancy this hotel is. I don't know the rates. You can check that out for yourself. Maybe I'll show you some later if you want to book here. But it's funny because we stayed at when I was living in Seattle, or when I moved out of Seattle, and when we went back for a family event, we stayed at this hotel called Fairmont. It's a fancy hotel, maybe not as fancy as this, because this one is fairly new. But outside there's lots of homeless. Smells like pee, smells like weed. Here, like I said earlier, you're not gonna see that, and you're not gonna smell that kind of foul smell. Speaking of convenience, right in front is the Mitsukoshi Mall. I think that's a Japanese mall. I mean, the name itself already tells me that it is some kind of a Japanese store. So there we go. Looks like a spider web. Intricate details and design. Jeez. Look at that. Yeah, this right here is I believe it is a condo. They made it look like European, like the Roman pillars. I don't know if that's what you call that, Roman or Greek pillars. It's fun, isn't it? Like you see the pillars there. I don't know if we can get an up close video of that. Maybe not, because I will not be able to capture. This is a massive building. If I film from there, it's just gonna be like the view of the Grand Hyatt. I'll only be able to show you the front, but if I film from here, from the distance, you'll be able to see the actual outside facade of the building. But this is a condo. The white area is just basically it's not even the first half of the floor. It's just a facade, but the building goes actually all the way up here. I don't know if you can see it. The building goes all the way up. There you go. And this is the building I have shown you earlier, where downstairs there's a grocery store. Oh, they call it Uptown Palazo, Uptown Parksuites. So if you're interested in getting some convenient high-end residence here in BGC or in the Philippines in general, this is the place to be if you can afford it. Ah, jeez. Hopefully the jet lag is already wearing off, because I'm gasping for air. Walking is not really my thing, but I guess this is good, so I can exercise a little bit, wear off that pares a little bit, and also the jet lag. I tell you, if you live here and you hate walking like me, make BGC the reason for you to be able to get in your steps and burn off some of that calorie. Jeez. All right. You might be wondering, why are there a lot of call center agents here walking around? Well, just like this building, it's fully lit up. It's 3 in the morning. I don't know what time it is. Is it 3 in the morning? Yeah, it's 3 in the morning, but this building is well and fully lit up. There's a reason for that, because the call centers here and the call center agents working, I guess they're fielding calls originating from overseas. I guess most of them from the US. So because of the time difference, they have to work odd hours here in the Philippines, and so that's why this building is well and fully lit up. This is a JP Morgan Chase building. At least that's what it says up top. So I don't know if these are the customer support of JP Morgan or some, I don't know what they do in there, but one thing's for sure, that's a call center. Alright, I gotta show you a different angle of this palatial building, the Uptown Parksuites, the Uptown Palazo, or however you pronounce that. From a different angle, geez, this is just very grand, I will tell you that. Oh, here, I got a better angle here. So it goes way up high, and we have a statue here, Bonifacio. Bonifacio is a national hero here in the Philippines, and there you go, there's this monument. There you go. And if you don't know anything about it, you can just read this. The thing is, the light from the background reflects on this steel plate, makes it look dreamy. So I'll just read it to you. Bonifacio March. The sculpture shows Philippine national hero Andres Bonifacio riding a horse. Bonifacio's powerful pose and the proud stance of his horse represent a forward march, which reflects the purposeful energy of its location in Uptown Bonifacio, a vibrant township development. Uptown Bonifacio embodies growth, progress, and momentum. The sculpture mirrors the dynamism of the township, an exhortation to keep looking and moving forward. Nice. All right. Oh, from a different angle, here's the Uptown Parksuites, Uptown Palazo. There you go. Really nice, isn't it? So when I tell you they obey traffic rules here, this car is waiting and he's not stopped at the pedestrian crossing. That's what I mean. Yeah. Jeez. Landers, that's the name of the store. You know, again, I sound like a broken record here. If you live in one of these units up here, you just come down, get something to eat or groceries from Landers. It's right here. And if you're lazy, that's fine. We have cheap eats here. It's not really cheap. For Philippine standards, they're expensive. But for if you're coming from the US, you're retiring here, you get your retirement distribution every month. Then food is cheap. Groceries or warm plate. Here it is. Alright fam, that concludes our little walking tour here in BGC. I'm getting tired already, so maybe it's round 2 for sleeping for me again. And in the morning, we're gonna try and see if I can get a $1 haircut here. I'm gonna show you how cheap it is to live here. It's nice here when you have money, because you what you call that? You gotta experience life. I would say, even though if you're not rich by any standards in the US, if you have money enough, then move here. Okay. But here's the thing, if you're a foreigner, please resist the temptation of getting involved in politics and governance here, making comments about that, because the Philippines are very welcoming. They want you here, they love you to be here, but they don't want you messing around with their politics and with their government. I've seen some horror stories. If you're not convinced, you can use the internet, search for it. People have been banned here in the Philippines. And if you are someone who has a property here and you get yourself entangled with the law or politicians or the government in general, you start participating in protests or being vocal on social media about politics, well, you better sell that property, because if you go outside of the country, you will not be able to get back. So yeah, something to consider. Anyways, that concludes our quick walk around here in BGC. I hope you enjoyed it. Once again, I don't really ask people to subscribe anymore. Look, if you hate this video, hate it. If you like this video, like it. If you dislike it. But if you are finding some value in these videos that I make, you find it entertaining, or I don't know, some people tell me that the videos that I make are somewhat soothing. So if you're that person and you find value in this content, give me a solid like and subscribe. If not, that's fine, do whatever you want with your life. Anyways, thank you for watching. You guys have a great day. See ya.